Hi, everybody. I'm Greg, Bioinformatter on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Moxfield, and Blue Sky, and Bioinformatter_actual on Threads and Instagram. I'm doing box breaks for the new MTG Magic the Gathering Wilds of Eldraine set. Um, I, I've done a whole bunch of different kinds of boxes. I think I've gotten them all of the whole gamut covered so far. So there was a pre-release, a bundle. I did a set box. I did three collector boxes and a draft box is what I just recorded. Now I'm finishing off the set boosters. So I have two more set boosters currently. So this is set booster box number two. I'm gonna do what I can to speed things up. The drafts are a little better organized for speed, uh, but we'll take a crack at it. We'll see what we can do here. Yeah. So I'm just gonna jump right in and tackle this. So we've got our box sealed, unsealed. Sir Ginger the Mule Ender. So just a little topper thingy. And our packs. 2, 3 stacks. And the 3 stacks. Have got, I believe 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so 30 packs. And so these will have the possibility of list cards in them, among other things. There's the new Enchanted Tales, Enchanting Tales that will subset, that will show up, and their art cards. And I am going to give the art cards short shrift this time as well. I've kind of gone through the art cards, so I think we're gonna try and do this from the token side, the way these packs are organized. So we've got these roll tokens. So there's Wicked and Accursed roll. They're enchantment tokens. It's a new mechanic. Then there's a questing druid that's in foil. So that's a rare. There's Rapid Bombardment, which is one of these Enchanting Tales, but that's an uncommon. And there's another one of those that's uncommon, Garrick's Uprising. There's a Bramble Familiar. It's a rare. And now we're into uncommons. And I'm only checking because those are the commons. Sometimes some uncommons get out of order. I think we'll put that there and just kind of establish where the stacks are going to be here. So you can see the art. You know, that's the white crater hoof art. So that one's Moonshaker Cavalry. There. Okay. So let you see the art. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm going to the token. which is a game token. There's a Charmed Clothier. Okay, so that's common. Uncommon, so it's one of these tails. Tangled Colony is rare. We have a Borderless Will Sign of Peace, mythic. And now we're down to the non-rare and mythic, which, in the interests of speed, now we're into the commons, and then we have our art card, the land. Okay. Okay. So, food token. Oh, do I have to worry about them being double? No. Okay. Okay, we got a foil, uncommon. Waste Not is the adventure, the enchanting tale. Okay, it is rare. Devouring Sugar Maw is also rare. And we have a mythic, Elevere of the Wild Court. And that's actually from the Commander subset. Sir Amant the Redeemer begins the uncommons. The rest. Okay. There's Forest, the art card. I have jumbled things up a bit here. You've got some uncommons in my mythics and rares. I guess this is the uncommon stack. And these are also the uncommon stack. So we did have more real estate over here. 2 uncommon stacks. So I will put the art cards over on this side. Yeah, this is a little different than I normally do it. So normally I'm trying to I would do them for suspense and start with commons and work up to the good stuff. For speed. Okay, now there would have been a token here, but we do have a list card. So the list card is Incubation and Incongruity. That is an uncommon. I will put the list card there for now. We've got a common foil, uncommon ground seal, but we have the Kellen the Fey-Blooded as a mythic. And then we're into the uncommons. And then there's the Fancy Forest, full art, and then the art card, which, okay, that should have been shown just to let you see that this is one of the gold foil signature ones. So it's Rowan Scion of War. That one I will say, it had a signature on it. Okay, see, I'm building this, as we're taking flight. So, so there's the art card. Here's the token, treasure. Succumb to the Cold is a foil uncommon. The tail is an uncommon. Song of Totentanz is a rare. And Common. Common. And I've got tokens in my lands. Lands in my tokens. Okay. We're getting there. Now they're a little stacks are a little sloppy, but okay. Making some progress. Okay. There's the art card. The token, the royal and the youth, young hero. It's just a common foil. Uncommon tale, intangible virtue. Our rare is a restless cottage. So that's kind of funny. And into uncommons and planes and the art card. There is the art card. And here is the list card. Gluttonous Troll. To trample, when Gluttonous Troll enters the battlefield, create a number of food tokens equal to the number of opponents you have. And then you can pay 1 and a green to sacrifice another non-land permanent, and Gluttonous Troll gets +2/+2 until end of turn. We have a common foil, Return Triumphant. We do have Goblin Bombardment as our rare tail. And then Spellbook Vendor is our main set rare. And then the uncommons. And the rest of the commons. And we did get a nice foil version of the full art planes. So there's the art card. A meaningless token, which goes in the token pile. Our foil is of Ariette's Tempting Apple. Dragon Mantle is an uncommon tail. Spiteful Hex Mage is the rare. Although we also get a borderless, restless fortress here. It's also rare. Now we're into the uncommons. And we have a island. Okay. Art. On an adventure token. Return from the Wilds. So that's a foil. It's just common. Ooh, but Parallel Lives. So this is the I have the other version. I think this might be an even better version. So yes, it's for doubling tokens. And I think I've only had one copy of Parallel Lives that's been floating around from whatever deck I think it needs to have a home in. But I'm too lazy to switch it too often. So now I've got a bonus one to use. That one's going to be worth looking up later. Knightly Valor. Uncommon. Restless Bivouac is one of the rare lands. And now we're to the uncommons. And the commons. And the land, which was a forest. Yes, so, okay. I've got my keyboard here. Arrange this. This is worth interrupting. I hope. Yeah. So let me find there. Control find parallel. So Parallel Lives. So I believe this is considered the anime borderless. Yes, it is. So it's not the foil. So the anime borderless version of this is anywhere from 20. Yeah, well, let's say it's at a TCG low of 28, so it's at least worth that much. The mid is high, but it's being dragged high, I think, because of a really high. So still, regardless, it's a great card. I wanted it. So now I have two copies of it. One is this anime version, and the other one is the tail, just the regular baseline tail version of it. There we go for art card. Food token. Discerning financier. Yeah, I can speak. Anyhow, that's an uncommon. We have Karmic Justice. So Karmic Justice is a rare. I don't know that it's big. Control find. Karmic Justice is like 389 in the normal. No, it's a borderless version. It's like 6 maybe. We have the Huntsman's Redemption is the main set rare, and then uncommons, and the rest commons with one of these full art mountains. And okay, get the art card out of the way. Matter of fact, now that I've finished the first stack, I can rearrange this a bit. Say token lands list cards. Okay. Moving on. art card. Token. Common foil. And uncommon tails. At least I know from experience aren't worth that much. Decadent Dragon is a rare. And Witch Stalker Frenzy, so we're into a stretch of uncommons. And then commons with the planes. So there's the art. It's like Tattered Ratter, I think. There's the Winchester Draft token. Dutiful Griffin is an uncommon foil. Uncommon Impact Tremor's tail. We do have a mythic from the main set, Ashiok, Wicked Manipulator. And uncommons. And commons. And a foil plains. So there, that's like the horned whale thingy, I think. Yeah, so that one I'm going to look up ahead of time, and so it's the horned lock whale. Okay, yes, the horned lock whale. I got a peek, so this one is going to be Cunning Breeze Dancer is a list card. So it's an uncommon list card, so unlikely to be valuable. But it's a dragon flying. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, Cunning Breeze Dancer gets +2/+2 until end of turn. We have it's foil common, but it's Gingerbrute, so that's okay. Vampiric Rites is uncommon. Season of Growth is also uncommon for our tails. Lord Skitter's Blessing is a rare, but not valuable. Okay, and then we're into the uncommon. So Gallant Pie Welder. And now the commons and a foil forest. So there we have the art card. Elevere. We have another list card. So we have the Sea of Clouds is our list card. We got a foil uncommon Season of Growth. Shared Animosity is the rare tail. And Farsight Ritual is our main set rare. And uncommons. And for the rest, where we have a full art island. Okay, we have one of these foil signature art cards. So that's Cooped Up by Jody Muir. Treasure. Devouring Sugar Maw in Showcase Foil. So that's a rare from the main set in Showcase Foil. Kindred Discovery. So that's the normal Tales art for Kindred Discovery. Trying to find. So the Kindred Discovery is like $9. And that's nice art, isn't it? That's pretty cool. Yeah, so that's make sure that I don't butcher it too. Yeah, Serena Malion, I'm guessing, or something close. I follow her on Twitter. And Blue Sky, I think. Gumdrop Poisoner is the main set rare. And now we're down to the uncommon stretch and the common stretch with an island as our land. So there's the art card. Token. Oppression in foil. So that's a rare. Don't know that. I don't think there's a version of that that's expensive. Oppression in foil. Oh, okay. So this is one where they didn't have an anime version. So Oppression in foil is like 10-ish. So that's not bad. Curiosity. Raging Battle Mouse. And then the U's. And then the C's. And the full art planes. Okay. There's the art. I believe it's Knightly Valor. Yeah. Magic minigame. Booster Blitz token. Twisted Sewer Witch is a uncommon foil. Grasp of Fate is the tail, uncommon. Blossoming Tortoise is our mythic. And Court of Ardendale is the rare. I think that the Blossoming Tortoise is the non-foil version. Then a couple of uncommons. Only 3 commons to fit in on all that stuff. And then I'm out. Oops. So that's the Throne of Eldraine art card. Rat token. A common foil. Quick study. Unnatural growth. So that isn't too expensive, but I like it. The Goose Mother. Honk honk. Yeah, and you know what? Of all the stuff I've cracked, I've been meaning. Oh, well, let me double check and make sure that that's not a commander. No, it's main set. Um, the Goose. Okay, so it's beloved but not expensive. So the foil is 234, and the plain version is a buck or under. But come on, it's a Goose Hydra. Uh, Uncommons, commons, and mountain. Now that we've made it this far, mix it up slightly. Okay, so there's the art card. I'm gonna flip it. I'm gonna put the art card down, and then I'm also gonna take the land off the bottom. So we have a swamp. Then we have our token, which is food. We have a foil, which is the Princess Takes Flight. So Saga foil. Hatching Plans. So that's an uncommon tail. Our main set rare is Talion's Messenger. Talions or Talion or Talions? Okay. Then uncommons, and then the rest are commons. Okay. That's really pretty as an art card with the gloss. Pretty cool. There is the art card, and there is a mountain. And there is an on an adventure token. Sweet Tooth Witch is the common foil. Raid Bombardment we've already seen. Questing Druid. I believe we've seen at the very beginning, but in foil, maybe. Um, but that was our rare, and then there's 4, and the rest. Okay, on to the final stack. So that's Talion art card. Put that down. There is a swamp. Then there is a food. A common foil, prophetic prison. Is nice art. Another grasp of fate. And Lord Skitter Sewer King is a rare, but we do have a Pollen Shield Hair as a showcase rare, so that's cool. So go tall on a, but also support your tokens. A Wildwood Mentor, Tree Folk. Whenever a token enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on Wildwood Mentor. And Wildwood Mentor attacks. Another target attacking creature gets +X/+X until end of turn, where X is Wildwood Mentor's power. Okay. Commons, so just 3 that time. 3 commons. Don't know the proper. Okay, that's the proper orientation. So there. Okay. So there's I'm guessing the Goose Mother. No, that's doubling season. Okay. So that's an alternative look at doubling season. There's an art card. Put that down. Put a mountain down. And there is a list card. It's Sorolf Realm Eater. So that's from back when I was starting with Kaldheim. There's a common foil, cooped up. There's Dawn of Hope, which is a rare tail, but it's not, not highly priced. Likeness Looter is a rare. And we have the showcase version of Horned Lockwoil. And the uncommons. The Straggler commons. There's the cooped up art again. Put it down. And we have a full art island this time around. We have a gorgeous beast token, uncommon foil, Embereth Veteran, and yet another curiosity. My curiosity isn't piqued anymore. Virtue of Loyalty. So activate fealty, create a 2/2 white token, night creature token with vigilance. And then if you cast this again from exile at the beginning of your end step, Put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Untap those creatures. That sounds messed up, and I like it. Uh, okay, and that one, yeah, I think the virtues as a cycle, they may vary in price, but I think there's several of them are interesting. The virtue of loyalty, just the plain version, is from 6 to 7 something. Yeah, so it's like, I don't care as much about getting the initial knight, but it's extra body. But at the beginning of your end step, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Untap those creatures. That's pretty great. I mean, it's in white, so it doesn't work with the deck that I would most want it for. But yeah, so I just made a Golgari deck. The Tyvar the Bellicose. So I'm trying to get mana dorks tall, um, particularly mana dorks that tap for um, their strength or devotion or number of creatures, and so being able to blanket, put on, and untap um, is pretty cool. But yes, alas, it won't fit. Um, this one had a lot more commons in it. So that's the art card. So we have the art card and a planes and a token. A common foil. Aggravated Assault. Tap. You pay for it. Tap all creatures you control. If it's a main phase, there is an additional combat phase followed by an additional main phase. Activate only as a sorcery. So that's a tail that is rare. And it looks similar to other cards that I've pulled, but I think this one is more special than others. Let's see. So the aggravated assault, just the normal one is like 10 to 12 something. So it's a solid hit. And our main set rare is Sleep Cursed Fairy. Then we're into Uncommon Town. Those are the rest of the commons. So here we've got an art card with a signature on it. Dare I? So that's Necropotence. And Kurigur. Probably butchering it. Mountain. Token. Uh, Uncommon foil, fairy fencing. Vampiric rites again as an uncommon. Horned Lockwell as our main set rare. Um, Non-showcase. We saw a showcase before. Um, Ogre Chitterlord as another main set rare. I don't know if I've hit this one before. Menace. Whenever Ogre Chitterlord enters the battlefield or attacks, create two 1/1 black rat creature tokens with this creature can't block. Then if you control 5 or more rats, each rat you control gets +2/+0 until end of turn. And there we go. Divvying up the rest. Okay. Art card. Okay. We have a swamp. Then we have a list card, which is Pledge of Loyalty. It's got an old set symbol that I can't be sure. I think it's probably uncommon, but I'm not positive. Enchanted creature has protection from the colors of permanents you control. The effect doesn't remove Pledge of Loyalty. So, don't know value-wise how that shakes out. We have a common foil, an uncommon tail, Impact Tremors. Food Fight is our rare, our main set rare, and then we're immediately into the uncommons. Okay. We're getting there. Art card. With an island. Token. Uncommon foil. Become Roots. Dark Tutelage is an uncommon tail. And Yana Redtooth Regent as our main set rare. Okay. Kind of like more uncommons than usual, so we only ended up with 3 commons. Okay. Our card. Yeah, Splashy Spellcaster. Full Art Plains. Token. Obira's Attendance. Okay, so it's a common foil. Ooh. Prismatic Omens. So I like that for fixing, so that one's a rare. Griffin Airy. And Heartflame Duelist. And commons. Okay, the penultimate pack. I don't even know which one this is. A knick-knack? Oof. Okay. Oof, oof, oof. Swamp foil? Uh, a list card. Fairy Artisans. Flying, whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield under your opponent's control, create a token that's a copy. Um, that's a copy of that creature, except it's an artifact in addition to its other types. Then exile all other tokens created with Fairy Artisans. Non-token creature enters the battlefield. Okay, see ya. Make a copy, but it only sticks around until the next the creature enters the battlefield. Um, yeah. So I don't know what that is worth. Okay. Then we have a foil uncommon Red Tooth Vandal. Season of Growth is the uncommon tail. Hilda of the Icy Crown. Just the normal version of it. But it's a mythic. Come roots. Okay, so that now we're into the uncommons. And the commons. Okay, grand finale. That's an art card. Treasure token. With the art, we have a foil island. We have a foil that's Garrick. Garrick's Uprising. So we do have Blind Obedience. Rankle's Prank. And then we're going to be done there. So, gonna tidy this up. There's our tokens over the commons. Uncommons. Lands. Okay. So these are our rares and mythics. So aggravated, virtue. Oppression. Kindred Discovery. We'll have to look up that one. Ashiok. I think if there's anything, okay. So we got ourselves Parallel Lives, Ashiok, Kindred Discovery, Oppression Foil, Virtue of Loyalty, and Aggravated Assault. That's a decent haul out of this. Don't know. Yeah, I don't have the math remembered in my head as to exactly what the prices were. Um, but it's not, I don't think it can be a bad box. I think it might it might be close to one way or the other, beyond the boundary of being not quite the value of the box, or with some other things being a little bit over the value of the box. But still, um, Parallel Lives was one of the two cards I said at the outset that I wanted to get out of this set, just for building purposes. Um, and, previously it was too expensive to justify buying as a single. It's not like I couldn't buy it. I'm paying more on pack, to get boxes to crack. Yes, it doesn't all make sense. But it's just kind of how it works. So I'm very happy to have it, and this is a second version from this set. So there's more than, this is the anime version. I have the other version. Now, I don't have any of the. I don't think my other one is a foil. But in any event, now I've got two of it. And it'll make my deck building easier. Kindred Discovery. So the Suppression had some value. The Virtue of Loyalty is pretty cool. And the Aggravated Assault. So, yeah, I'll say not too bad. Take it at that. So, I'm not willing to call it stellar, even though there was some good stuff in it, because I think they charge a premium, an inflation tax on the box prices nowadays. They're a little bit more than they used to be. Because usually the set boosters were almost comparable to the, very slightly above or comparable to the draft boxes. And now they started getting separation between the two. And now, it's like 115 or 125. They've kind of cranked it up a bit. We didn't talk about the list cards. Sea of Clouds may still have at least a little value to it, because it's, the battle bond kind of land, where it just depends on the number of opponents. I don't think the rest of them are expensive. I don't know what the Fairy Artisans looks like. It's rare, at least, so there's a chance that it has some value, but I haven't looked that up. But yeah, so thanks for hanging out for the second one of my set booster boxes. And I do have one more, and I do have one more bundle, and then I think there's a second shipment of stuff that I'll get that I think is going to have 3 of each, or 2 of each. 2 or 3 of each. I think maybe it's 2 of each. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One way or the other, there are some more set boxes, and there are some more collector boxes that should be on their way sometime. But I'll get this first wave out of my system. So I think, as far as getting some cards that I'd like to use, I've done pretty well. I think I tend to softball. You know, it's like I'm justifying that the pulls are maybe okay for the box when probably they aren't sometimes. Generally, I think that the value that you get out of a box, you know, compared to the cost, has gotten tighter um, with some of these sets. So I prefer to look on the sunny side. So I kind of hand wave that it's okay. But it is um, this looks like a cool set. Um, I like that Enchanted Tales set. I mean, because I was also, Strixhaven was also, on my path. I had Call Time before it. I don't know if it went right to Strixhaven or was there stuff in between. But in any event, they had the Mystical Archives for Strixhaven, and that was cool. Um, and so these Enchanting Tales are kind of in the same wheelhouse as that. It's this bonus sheet, um, and they're cool reprints of spells that you'd like to use. So thanks for watching. I've got more to record and more to upload to YouTube, and I'll hope to see you again soon.